hopefully this will get you going because it is Motivation Monday, and this morning we are talking about the Quarantine 15. You know what I'm talking about, right? A lot of people have put on a few extra pounds while working from home. Well, now if you're looking to actually shed that weight, getting back in shape can be tough. So listen up. In his new book, The Emotional Marine, 68 Mental Toughness and Emotional Intelligence Secrets to Make Anyone Instantly Like You, author and motivational speaker Eric Rittmeyer helps people overcome daily obstacles. And this morning, he's going to join us live right now with 5 secrets mentally tough people use to get fit. Good friend of the show, Eric, it is always good to see you.
Holly, likewise. Thank you for having me back. I love the book segment, too. And Allison, I didn't know about the books you're reading. You might want to be full disclosure. You got some crazy books going on.
She's got a whole nother life out there, Eric. But, hey, listen, there's a lot of people that are living the quarantine life. They've packed on some extra weight. And now, you know what? We're starting to emerge. And they want to get fit again, which is easier said than done. But you're going to give us 5 tips to really help get on the right path, starting with eating strategically, not emotionally. What does that mean?
We're emotional eaters, Holly. That's the problem. We use food kind of like a drug. You know, we use it to enhance the pleasure, but also ease the pain. You know, we use it if we get really, really happy, we eat. If we get really, really sad, we eat. So we use it as a way, again, to like make everything very extreme. The problem is it creates this yo-yo where when we get upset, what do? We go to food. We sit on the couch. We cry. We eat pizza. We eat ice cream. It's a horrible situation to be in. We have to break that habit and get control of our emotions.
So how do we do that?
The main thing is understanding our triggers. We all have these triggers. You know, I joke about this. My trigger is alcohol. Okay, so if I drink a couple beers, I'm going for Taco Bell. It's a given. Like, hey, Uber guy, like I'm gonna tell you right now, when you pick me up, let's hit Taco Bell, 2 hards and 1 soft. It's just the way it works. We have to know our triggers. If we can be aware of that, know we're gonna be in situations that are gonna test our willpower. If we're mentally prepared for it going in advance, that's gonna help us out with making good decisions.
It makes sense. Your second tip is look for an effective diet, not an easy diet.
This is 2020, Holly. We're all looking for the take a pill, wake up and lose 15 pounds. Mentally tough people understand that it's all about effectiveness, not about easiness. It's going to be difficult. It's not going to be easy, but they don't focus mental energy on how difficult it's going to be. They focus their energy on the results. They hone in on the results.
You know what? That actually brings us to tip number 3. I often say in life, you know, don't worry about the destination. Enjoy the journey. But in this case, it's the exact opposite. Focus on the results, not the pain that it takes to get there.
Yeah, you know, again, we live in a society where it's instant gratification, and what ends up happening is we fall into this syndrome of we either want to remain unhappy because we're just unhealthy and unhappy, or we suffer through the pain of losing weight. It's like the lesser of 2 evils. It doesn't have to be that bad. Once we make a mental decision to lose weight, it doesn't become that difficult anymore. But we have to focus on, we can't rely on motivation alone. You can't wake up in the morning and say, I feel good, I'm going to follow diet, or I don't feel good, I'm not going to follow diet. There has to be more than motivation behind it.
Yeah, kind of like hurts so good, right? If you feel that pain, but think about what it's getting you to, then maybe it's worth it. You also talk about compartmentalizing your emotions. What exactly does that mean, and how do you do it, and then how does that get results?
Yeah, absolutely. It's not just about with dieting, Holly. This is all parts of our lives. We have to be able to set aside different things that are happening in our lives and not allow one to bleed over into the other. When it comes to food, compartmentalization is all about not allowing what happens in our relationship with our spouse or what allows at work, not allowing that to impact our diet. So we can't say, oh, I got into a fight with him, I'm going to go and eat a cheesesteak sub. We can't allow it to happen. If we can compartmentalize, we can set each thing on a box, put it on a shelf, and not allow it to bleed over in other parts of our lives.
Yeah, don't let it derail you, right? Keep your eye on the prize. Exactly. And your 5th tip is focus on the why, not how.
This is the most important piece of the equation. This is what it all boils down to. Again, not just with dieting, in all parts of life. We set these goals, whether it be New Year's resolutions or dieting goals. We set these goals and then we rely on motivation to get us through. We can't do that. If we develop a strong why, what are we doing what we're doing? Why are we doing it? What's important to us? What drives us? If we can rely on that why and have a very, very strong why, when times get tough, we go back to it and say, that's why I'm doing it. I don't care how bad it hurts. I'm going to continue to push forward. That's the most important piece of all of this.
What's the best diet that you go to?
I go to the seafood diet. So if I see food, I eat it. I'm kidding. Don't follow the seafood diet. That's a horrible diet. It's all moderation for me, Holly. Yeah. I follow the 80-20 rule. 80% of the time I'm on, 20% I'm off. We can't go from eating 3,000 calories a day to saying Monday morning I'm going to cut back to 100 calories a day. Doesn't work that way. The 80-20 rule works best for me.
All great advice and makes sense to us. Help keeping us on track as always. The emotional Marine, Eric Rittmeyer, thank you so much for your time and your tips.
Holly, you're the best. Thank you.
No, you're the best. If you want to reach out to him, there you go. There's all his social media info on the screen there. Eric Rittmeyer, your emotional Marine. He'll help hook you up. Steve?
So many bests out there. 9:51 right now.